we got some stickers came in from Harold, and a nice note from his channel, Amateur Redneck Workshop. He's got some good stuff there on his channel, and almost always has a funny Bubba joke at the end. So if you haven't seen Harold's channel, definitely go check him out. He's also been doing on Sundays, not every Sunday, but most Sundays at 3 p.m. Central Time. He's been doing a live feed with several guests, and he calls it the Redneck Discussion. So yeah, check that out if you get a chance. All right, let's get back into it. So here's our table mounts, one of them. So I've been checking these. Now this side is flat on all of them, so we're good on that side. But this side where it goes onto the table, they've all got, you know, like a bow to them. So we're working on these table pivot brackets. And you can see I've done a little bit of lapping, not much, but just enough to help it a little bit, mainly take off any burrs and you know, extreme high spots. But it's just a grinder, so we don't want to get too carried away. But I've checked these with a straight edge. It's hard to see here, but these are pretty dang flat. They're good enough. They're all high in the middle is what's going on. Okay. So I figured out that I can set these up in the vise here with a parallel behind it here, which is sitting on that slotted surface, which is pretty good. Okay. So just to verify, I've got this one sitting down here. We've got a dial indicator. There we go. Okay. So there's our high spot. Now we're coming back down. Doesn't make it quite all the way to 0. So what is that, 4 thousandths? And I double checked, this is setting all the way down. So we're just going to go for it. I think it'll be fine. And we're just going to do just the minimum to clean these up. So we're just going to put in a fly cutter or a face mill. Probably use a face mill, and just take the bare minimum off just to get rid of that high spot. I'm going to call that good enough. That little bit on the end isn't going to hurt a thing. Okay, this is the second one. All right, we're not going to worry about that little bit on the end there. Well guys, I ended up installing the tables off camera. Just been in get her done mode, trying to wrap this up and several other projects. But there's what it looks like. We got rid of those Bubba washers that were on the table clamping bolts here, and put some hardened anodized, not anodized, but cadmium plated washers on there that are working really good. We got our light all cleaned up, repainted the hood, the switch assembly cleaned up pretty good. We painted the gooseneck. Light works. She's running really nice. We'll see how it is once we get some wheels on it. But yeah, I'm happy so far. So speaking of wheels, so we've only got the one mounting backplate, okay, and as you can see, I got a nice hunk of aluminum here. And there's the diamond wheel and the green wheel, okay? So, original plan, and still may be a plan, we'll see what happens, is to make a new backplate out of this hunk of aluminum. Ooh, sorry about that. But I do have a line on getting a new one at a decent price. So, if that works out, that's what we're going to do. If it doesn't work out, we're going to end up making one. Okay. And the other thing we got to do is make some type of mitering jig, maybe even a couple of them. So that'll be a project. Yeah. So let me show you the other disaster over here. So this is another thing that's been burning all my time up lately. So this is what's left of the differential 8.8 rear axle. Had a bearing go out. The limited slip unit is very worn out. The clutches are gone. The spider gears have some chips in them. So I got a whole new differential centerpiece here coming. It was the same price to get the center assembly as it was to buy the clutches and the replacement spider gears for it, so it was a no-brainer. Yeah, luckily the pinion gear and the ring gear are fine. No damage, no wear. Got all new bearings coming, and we're gonna do brakes, everything. So the whole rear axle is gonna be freshened up. So this is our spare vehicle, so there's no rush, but you know, at the same token, I don't want to leave it in a disassembled state. So parts should be here next week. We'll get back on this part of it. Guys, we've got an update. So I was a little worried about this backing plate. I wasn't getting any correspondence from the company that I ordered it from. It was an eBay company. But they came through and it showed up like 2 days ago. So I've already opened it, but let's take a look. So genuine Baldor. Okay. And we got the new backing mounting plate. And it appears to be an exact match of our existing, same part number. Okay. Couple little burrs, so we'll clean those off. But yeah, I mean, that saves a lot of work. You know, I know it would be kind of fun to make one, but yeah, I'm in get her done mode. All right. So, what's next? I'm not crazy about the retaining nut that was on the machine, and when I bought it from the gentleman, we found another one. So these are 3/4 16. This one's a extra long heavy duty nut, and it looks like it's a forged, you know, high quality. It's definitely way deeper than it needs to be, and it's also larger diameter. But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and just split this in half. I'll probably just do that with the bandsaw rather than trying to part it. I mean, with the interruption, and it's probably pretty tough material. I'll just bandsaw it and then face it off. What I'm probably going to do is make a mandrel so that we can face the ends off true to the thread bore. It's likely that the flats are not true to the bore, so I want the face to be flat. Okay, so we got that to do. This one has this little cap, which is kind of neat, and it goes over the end of the mounting plate nose. And what it does, this is for the diamond wheel. So when the diamond wheel is mounted and screwed on, this cap gives it extra support when everything's tightened up. So I like that. That's a good idea. And I don't know what we're going to do on the other end yet, but we may do something similar. Okay. All right. So, apologies, guys. I know it's been a couple of weeks since the last video. Things have gotten hectic. You know, life things just gotten away. Plus, we went to the bash in between as well. So let me just move the camera, show you how the tables are working, and then I think we're just going to wrap up this part, and then we'll do the making of the nut and the fitting of the backing plates. One of the things I want to do is make sure these are running true, and I want to review what Stan Zinkowski did. And I've kind of started setting up here. Let me make sure I got you guys in frame here. Yeah, okay. So what he did is he trued up his backing plates on the machine, which makes total sense. So I'm going to probably end up doing the same thing, depending on what kind of run out we get. But I already found a piece of key stock here. I cleaned it up a little bit. That'll fit in our track here. Find the side that's good. There we go. Okay. And I can, you know, cut a slot in a block of aluminum, and then take a small tool bit, cut a slot for that. And of course I'll have to, you know, indicate this table in to make sure that it's true to the motor shaft. So that's a whole other project. And we'll do that in the next part, okay? And I want to watch Stan's video again to see how he did that. I watched it, several months ago, and I need to review it again and see what kind of issues he ran into and learn from that. So, I left out part of the story. So, finding this replacement part, because it might help somebody, the way I went about it is I called Baldor, and their customer service is fantastic. I forget the gentleman's name, but got one of the techs on the line, gave him my model number, gave him the part number that I thought it was because I had the exploded view, and he was really good. You know, he went through and double checked to make sure that it was the correct plate, checked their inventory. They had some in stock. I think it was in Georgia, somewhere on the East Coast. I asked him if I could buy from him. He said, "I'd love to sell to you, but I just can't." So I go, no worries. So then I had to search for a Baldor dealer or wholesaler that would just sell to the general public. And that took a little bit of doing, and that's where I came up with these guys on eBay, and it's Global Power, okay? So, but before I found them, I found another one that actually had these in stock, and I talked to them, and they were wholesale only, and actually no, they would sell to the public. So I told him, he goes, yeah, no problem, I can sell direct to you. So he looks it up and starts to generate the order. The minimum order was 20 pieces. So that didn't work. So gets back to these guys that I found on eBay. So, and alrighty, let me move the camera around. We'll take a look at these tables, see how they're working. Alright, so our tables are working nice and smooth. What a difference getting, just cleaning everything up, getting rid of those burrs and so forth. Just so much nicer to work with. This side, really nice. Let me loosen up these guys so we can check the in and out. Quite a bit of side to side there, but it's nice and smooth. It was not like that before we cleaned up those mounts. No rocking. There is slop to go this way, but that's just because the slots are oversized. But yeah, much better. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, and this will be the end of part 3. So part 4 will be coming, hopefully fairly soon. Alrighty, thanks again, guys.